What I noticed first. I didn't set out to fix my biology. I was just trying to get through a Tuesday without needing a nap by 2 p.m. I wasn't asking for much. Apparently, my cells had other plans. Somewhere around 40, my body started sending memos I didn't ask for. Slower recovery, thicker midsection, energy that quit before lunch did. I tried doing more. My body tried doing less. It was not a fair fight. After 40, collagen production drops by roughly 1% every year. By 55, you've lost up to 20% of the structural protein your cells depend on to repair and regenerate. Collagen isn't just a skincare ingredient. It forms the scaffolding of muscle tissue, the lining of the gut, arterial walls, and connective tissue surrounding every joint in the body. When that framework weakens, fat metabolism slows, energy production drops, and muscle maintenance becomes harder even with consistent effort. At the cellular level, collagen loss directly impairs mitochondrial efficiency. Mitochondria are the energy generators inside every cell. When they become less efficient, ATP production drops, the fuel your entire body runs on. Less cellular fuel means slower metabolism, faster fat accumulation, and reduced recovery capacity. This is the biological sequence most people experience after 40 without ever identifying the root cause. One scoop of hydrolyzed collagen dissolved into morning coffee delivers the raw materials your body stopped producing enough of on its own, before the day starts, without adding a single extra step to your routine. What collagen actually does inside your cells. I used to think collagen was something you rubbed on your face while wearing a bathrobe. Turns out it's holding your entire body together like biological duct tape. I was out here ignoring the most important protein in my body because I thought it was a spa thing. That's like ignoring your car's engine because you thought it was just for the hood ornament. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It makes up about 30% of your total protein. It builds the structure of your muscles, tendons, bones, gut lining, and artery walls. Without enough of it, everything downstream gets weaker, quietly and slowly. What makes collagen special is what's inside it. It's packed with 3 amino acids your body desperately needs after 40. Glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Most people never get enough of these because modern diets cut out the parts of food that contain them. Glycine helps your liver clean out toxins, keeps blood sugar steady, and protects your cells from damage. Proline keeps your artery walls flexible and your muscle fibers strong. Hydroxyproline helps your body actually build new collagen to replace what it keeps losing. Hydrolyzed collagen, the kind that dissolves completely into hot coffee, is already broken into tiny pieces before it enters your body. That means your gut absorbs it fast. Coffee speeds up your circulation, so those building blocks reach your muscles, joints, and tissue quickly. Your body gets what it needs before you've eaten a single bite of food. The cellular repair system you're accidentally blocking. My body has a built-in cleanup crew that runs every night while I sleep. Tiny cellular janitors sweeping out the damage, recycling the broken parts, keeping everything running smooth. I found out I was basically showing up every morning and firing all of them. With sugar and bad timing. They didn't even get 2 weeks' notice. Your body runs a repair process called autophagy. It works like an internal recycling system, finding damaged cell parts, broken proteins, and worn-out mitochondria, then breaking them down and rebuilding them into something useful. When it works well, your cells stay clean, your energy stays high, and your metabolism stays active. After 40, autophagy slows down. Damaged parts start piling up instead of getting cleared out. Your mitochondria get less efficient. Inflammation goes up, and your body starts storing more fat because it reads all that internal damage as stress. Glycine, the main amino acid in collagen, directly supports mitochondrial function and lowers oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is the cellular damage that builds up over time and speeds up aging and fat storage. Less oxidative stress means your mitochondria work better and your cells produce more energy. When your cells are under oxidative stress, your body holds on to stored fat like emergency cash it's not ready to spend. Lower the stress, and your body gets the signal that it's safe to let go of it. That process starts within the first hour after collagen absorbs. Before breakfast. Before anything else hits your system. How I connected collagen to fat loss. I wasn't trying to lose fat when I started this. I was just trying to feel like a functioning human before noon. Then my pants started fitting differently, and I had to go back through the research to figure out what happened. Turns out my body had been waiting for one missing ingredient the whole time, which is both exciting and slightly annoying. Fat loss after 40 is not mainly a calorie problem. It is a hormonal permission problem. Your body will not release stored fat, especially the deep fat packed around your organs, while it is dealing with chronic inflammation, high cortisol, or muscle loss. Those three things act like locks on your fat cells. Collagen works on all three at the same time. Collagen rebuilds lean muscle. Muscle burns calories at rest. As collagen restores your muscle fibers, your resting metabolism goes up, meaning your body burns more fat even when you are sitting still. Glycine improves insulin sensitivity by helping muscle cells absorb glucose more efficiently. When insulin drops, stored fat becomes available as fuel instead of staying locked away. Research suggests that people using collagen peptides showed significantly greater reductions in fat mass than those using other protein sources. Muscle went up, inflammation went down, fat followed. The inflammation loop, keeping fat locked in place. I used to think inflammation meant a swollen ankle or a sore shoulder, something you could see and point at. Nobody told me it could be invisible, silent, and quietly running a fat storage operation inside my body 24 hours a day. I would have liked that information sooner, like maybe in my 30s. But chronic low-grade inflammation doesn't feel like sickness. It feels like fatigue, stiffness, slow recovery, and a midsection that doesn't respond no matter what you do. Your immune system stays in a low-level alert state, producing cortisol that tells your fat cells to store energy, especially around your abdomen and organs. Collagen's glycine content lowers two key inflammatory proteins, IL-6 and TNF-alpha. Both are consistently elevated in people with metabolic syndrome, visceral fat, and cardiovascular stress. Proline supports flexible artery walls and reduces vascular inflammation that quietly drives blood pressure up over time. Adding turmeric and black pepper to the same cup targets inflammation through a completely separate pathway. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory agents in published research. Black pepper's piperine increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Without black pepper, most curcumin passes through your gut without ever entering your bloodstream. Together in one cup, these three ingredients hit inflammation from multiple biological directions, dismantling the signal your body has been using to hold on to fat long after it should have let go. What blood sugar has to do with all of it? I genuinely thought blood sugar was someone else's problem. I wasn't diabetic. I wasn't eating candy for breakfast. I was fine, completely fine. And then I learned that my blood sugar had been silently managing my fat storage, tanking my energy, and aging my cells every single morning before I even found my coffee mug. It had been doing this for years, without asking, without warning. Honestly, a little rude. Every time blood sugar spikes, insulin surges to manage it. Chronically high insulin keeps fat cells locked in storage mode. It also creates oxidative stress that breaks down existing collagen fibers faster than your body can replace them. Poor blood sugar control and collagen loss feed each other in a loop that gets worse every year after 40. Glycine breaks that cycle. It improves insulin sensitivity by helping muscle cells absorb glucose more efficiently. When muscles pull glucose out of the bloodstream faster, blood sugar stabilizes and insulin drops. Lower insulin shifts fat cells from storage to release. Ceylon cinnamon works on the same problem from a different angle. It slows glucose absorption in the gut and mimics insulin activity at the cellular level. Studies show it can lower fasting blood sugar by 10 to 29% in people with unstable levels. That is a significant metabolic shift from a quarter teaspoon. Collagen and Ceylon cinnamon together in coffee, consumed before your first meal, create a blood sugar stabilizing environment during the one window of the day when insulin is naturally at its lowest. That morning window is either working for you or being accidentally closed by the first thing you drink. Why coffee makes this work better than anything else. I have been drinking coffee every morning for over 20 years. I treated it like a survival mechanism, an alarm clock in a mug. Then I found out coffee naturally contains a compound that improves insulin sensitivity, supports liver function, and reduces cellular damage, completely independent of caffeine. I had been accidentally doing something right for 2 decades and had absolutely no idea. That compound is chlorogenic acid. It reduces oxidative stress in the liver, the central organ for fat metabolism. A liver under less oxidative stress processes and releases fat more efficiently. Collagen's glycine supports liver detoxification through a separate pathway, making the two compounds genuinely synergistic. Caffeine increases heart rate and speeds up blood flow within minutes of drinking coffee. Whatever you have dissolved into that cup, collagen peptides, curcumin, glycine, cinnamon compounds, gets carried to your tissues faster and more completely than if you took the same ingredients in capsules or mixed them in water. Drinking your collagen coffee 20 to 30 minutes before your first meal captures the best absorption window of the day. Digestive enzymes are active, stomach acid is primed, and insulin is at its daily low. Hydrolyzed collagen is already partially broken down, so your gut absorbs it immediately. Coffee was never just a stimulant. The biology was always there. You just needed to know what to add to it, exactly how to do it, and what cancels everything. I spent weeks getting this right and almost blew the whole thing with one ingredient I was adding every single morning without thinking about it. It wasn't anything exotic. It was sitting in my fridge. It had a friendly label. It came in a seasonal flavor, and it was quietly undoing everything I was trying to fix. I am not going to name names, but it rhymes with hazelnut creamer. 1 scoop of unflavored hydrolyzed collagen peptides, about 10 grams, dissolved completely into hot coffee. Hydrolyzed is the only form that absorbs efficiently. Regular collagen doesn't dissolve and passes through largely unabsorbed. Unflavored hydrolyzed collagen disappears into your cup with no taste and no texture change. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon for blood sugar stabilization. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric with a small pinch of black pepper for inflammation support. Both additions compound the metabolic benefit instead of competing with it. Drink it before 10 a.m., about 20 minutes before eating. That window captures the lowest insulin point of the day and the highest absorption efficiency. Adding sugar, flavored syrups, sweetened creamers, or flavored collagen powders triggers an insulin response that closes the fat release pathway you just opened. It also generates oxidative stress that breaks down collagen fibers, directly reversing what you are trying to restore. Plain coffee, unflavored collagen, Ceylon cinnamon, turmeric with black pepper, nothing sweet. That is the entire protocol. Your morning coffee was already doing more than you knew. You just needed to know what to add. If you want science that explains your body without selling you a lifestyle, subscribe.